Is your New Year's resolution to catch more and bigger trout? If it is, join me out on the water of Collins Lake. We just announced our Inflation Buster pricing. For the months of January and February, we are featuring guided trips on Collins Lake for $125 per angler or $375 for the entire FHS pontoon boat. If you want to learn the finer points of trout fishing firsthand while battling hard-charging Collins Lake rainbows and lightning trout, book your trip now. I'm Kel Kellogg, and I look forward to seeing you out on the water this winter. All right, here we are, out for a day of fun fishing. Run a lot of guide trips recently, so it's great to be in the kayak out here with Lucy. We're at a Foothills Lake. We are looking for rainbows. There's been some big rainbows on the chomp, on the lead core. I have one of my Sierra Sidewinder Dodgers in gold, being trailed by a threaded night crawler, or half a threaded night crawler. Over here up top with just a small trolling weight on it, I have one of my pink champagne colored 3-inch grubs. Everything's running on 10-pound test fluorocarbon line in terms of the leader. We are running that worm at about 10 feet deep. That grub is probably down at about 5 feet deep, 60 feet back. So we'll just kind of prospect here, see what's going on, see if we can get a couple bites. That would be awesome. Oh, had the first hit of the morning. Fish on the worm, fish on the worm. That didn't take long, a couple 100 yards, and we got a fish on the hook. I'm gonna be catching and releasing today. I brought we're gonna be catching and releasing today. I brought the trout for lunch from the freezer. I had some big old fillets in there, so we'll let these fish go today. I'm just gonna keep forward momentum. Of course, he's on the weak side. Doesn't feel huge. I know there's some big rainbows about, but this one feels very pan-sized, but you never know. He was 2 colors down, about 10 feet deep. He hit that worm once on the slow death hook, then he hit it again and kind of hooked him with the pedals there. Game on, baby. Man, that is awesome. I love catching them on guide trips, but it's great to be out here with Lucy catching some for ourselves as well. So there we are, into the top shot, which I think is about 40 feet. It's a brand new reel here. I just spooled it up yesterday. It's got 15-pound lead core on it. Ooh, there's some jumpage back there. There's definitely some jumpage going on. Jumpity jump. Don't jump off the hook. Oh, wow. Man, maybe this fish is bigger than I thought. Let's see. Nope, just a feisty fighter. Hooked right in the jaw. So that's perfect for us. Thing is, I got that 10-pound test leader. Just a nice fish. Beautiful rainbow. We'll just lift him aboard. Just like that. Pull a little line there. Easy, tiger. Easy, big boy. Oh, man. Let's get him off the hook. Just like that, he is off. He's off the hook. Woo! Oh. So does Dodger color matter when you're trout fishing? What do you think? You know, it definitely matters when you're out looking for kokanee, but does it matter when you're out trolling for rainbow trout? And, you know, I think, you know, based on my experience, which, you know, may vary from yours, at times I do think it matters, but I don't really carry the broad array of colors that I would carry if I were, you know, were kokanee fishing. My primary factors, primarily what I'm thinking about, is size, flash, and vibration. And color is kind of my fourth consideration. Today's a good example. I'm running with a 3-inch blade. You know, I want to put out the calling card, but I don't want to overwhelm these fish, especially since I know I'm going to get back in this bay here. I'm going to be in fairly shallow water, so you know, I want something large enough to bring the fish in to, you know, have a look around and get after that worm, but I don't want something so big that it may spook the fish. Now, if I were at a deep water lake, let's say I was up at Tahoe or out on Shasta or something like that, I'd probably be running with a 6-inch blade, maybe even an 8-inch blade. At times I'll play with 8-inch blade because, you know, in big open expanses of water, those can work really well, but I'm still using it for the same purpose. Flash, vibration, something to pull the fish into range, and then they can see, you know, the intended target, whether it's a gulp minnow or one of my spoons, a trigger spoon junior, a threaded worm, whatever. Color, you know, out here at this particular lake, I have stained water, but even though it's stained, I'm not going with a crazy bright color. I've been playing a little bit with chrome out here, and that is working, but what's been working best in these stained conditions is chrome back, gold on top. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going today, I've got, you know, on my Dodger rig, on my lead core rig, I've got that gold top, silver back Sierra Sidewinder. It has a great kick. It puts out apparently just the right amount of flash. It's the right amount of vibration to pull the fish in. That fish I just got, he came in, he hit the worm once, kind of left it, came back, he hit it again. I worked the pedals a little bit, fish on. Best of all, I had him right in the tip of the jaw, so I easily, you know, got him back in the water. He got himself back in the water, actually. So those are kind of my thoughts. When it comes to rainbows, I don't have a big array of colors. My favorites are chrome and gold, rainbow, and watermelon. And I'm going to say, I'm going to catch 90+% of the rainbows I catch with a Dodger on my line on one of those 4 colors. You know, sometimes it's just as simple as putting on a silver on silver Dodger, putting something behind it, and you're going to be yelling fish on. I really like the straight chrome stuff in clear water, like up in the Sierras, believe it or not. When the water's stained, and I like my rainbow blade for that work too. When the water is stained, I like to go with either the gold on silver or the watermelon on silver. I've just had, you know, some really good results on that combination. Big open expanses of water, that's where I like to break out the prismatic tape. Still going with the chrome backs, but I will play with color up at Shasta. I'll try a chartreuse with silver tape, something like that. Maybe an orange with silver tape, something like that. 6-inch blades, those work great at Folsom too. But I'll also have a watermelon blade in the mix. You know, I don't think you can go wrong with a watermelon blade. If I had to choose one Dodger color for trout across the board, it would be the watermelon blade. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Dodger colors. I'm not a huge color junkie. I think Dodgers are all about flash and vibration first and foremost. You alter the amount of flash and vibration by both the style of the Dodger and the size of the Dodger. Get the flash and vibration dialed in, you're going to be catching fish. Anyway, hope that clears some things up for you guys out there that have been thinking Dodgers. You know, don't overthink it. Get your gear in the water, get it wet, get a fish on the end of your line. Sometimes, you know, trout fish is just as simple as that. I'm Cal Kellogg. I'll catch you next time right here on YouTube. Remember, sometimes you gotta have a Dodger on your line. Other times you can do just as well or even better with a naked lure. Anyway, if you're looking for blades, lures, all that stuff and more, including rods, fishhuntshoot.com. Thanks a lot, guys.